We got it all figured and sorted out, man. The devil is a lie. And anyway, we got Jini Thornton on the line. Good morning, Jini.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
We all stir crazy. We all got that weird look in our eyes. Some of us need to shave.
I miss outside, and I ain't gonna lie to you. I miss outside so much.
I know this adjustment is real. It is real.
Yeah.
But we appreciate y'all's energy and keeping us positive right now, though.
Well, thank you so much. So what adjustments should we be getting ready to make now that they've extended the amount of time that they want us to stay inside? First people was talking about like maybe April 6th, then it went to the 16th, and they're like, yeah, maybe we're looking at May. Like, what should we be doing right now?
Well, financially, this is a really good time just to get things in order. If you have some downtime, if you haven't done your taxes, great time to do that. This is a great time just to figure out what do you have coming in, what do you have going out, having some family meeting time about finances. But I think we are going to be here for a while, but it's a great time to get reorganized and get our stuff in order.
Got you.
Jini, I heard that they were pushing back the time to submit your taxes, and I sent a little text to my aunt. I was excited because I heard they pushed it back to like June, July, and she was like, we still shouldn't wait, though. So what are your thoughts on that extra time to get your taxes done?
Well, the federal tax deadline is July 15th now, but what's interesting is the states have different deadlines. So you need to pay attention to where you file your state return. If you can get your tax returns done now, I would go ahead and do it because you think the IRS is getting ready to be really, really, really busy. So if you're due a refund, I would want my money heading back in my direction. So go ahead and file.
All right, now, real quick question, like in regards to, you got some people who are furloughed, you got some people who got laid off,
right.
And you also have small business owners right there, who have been out there paving their own way, but because of all this going on, they're kind of in a bind themselves. What outlets do they have to get some sort of reprieve from what's going on? Because some of these landlords still want their money, at the end of the month, despite what's happening.
Well, fortunately, unemployment has been expanded. So if you've been laid off or even if your hours have been reduced, you are entitled to unemployment now. And now finally, entrepreneurs, everyone who's been part of the gig economy for the first time is also eligible for unemployment.
Awesome.
Isn't that really good? And I'm also excited. Yeah. They even expanded unemployment. So in addition to what you would typically get from your state, which you get in every state is different, but under the stimulus package, people will be entitled to an additional $600 per week. So finally, all these 1099 contractors, gig economy folks are going to be entitled to unemployment.
Oh,
that's awesome. Dope. Janae, can I ask you as well because, this is a $2 trillion stimulus package that's been passed. And I had kept seeing the $1,200 and more for family, but now you're talking, it's a one-time amount.
It is.
How do you think that works? Or do you think that'll be efficient enough moving forward, especially if we're going to be locked down for the next month or even longer?
Well, I think this is what they could figure out what to do for folks now. So you're right. It is going to be $1,200 per individual, $2,400 if you're married, $500 per child under the age of 17. So, again, this is a one and done. One thing that I did want to share, yesterday Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin came on the TV show Face the Nation, and he said the IRS is going to post this on their website where you can update your direct deposit information and your address.
So, that's so
there you go, Billy.
For those of you who've moved.
Yeah, USPS got me in that thing.
They got you. So be ready to update your information. I checked the IRS's website this morning. It has not been posted yet. So folks are worried about their bank account information has changed, their address has changed. They'll be able to update all of that at irs.gov, but not quite yet.
The screws are getting tight, man. It's going to get to a point where we may not be able to leave the house at the level that we would like
at
to.
All.
And there's certain things that you need to do financially to make sure you can recover from all this because we don't want nobody left out there exposed. So if you got a question, hit us up right now. Good morning.
Alan from Glen Burnie. Is now a good time to still buy if you're already pre-qualified and got your finances in order since interest rates are still low?
Well, you have to be comfortable making a major purchase right now because getting the loan is easy. You just want to make sure you have job stability.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's all you got on that one?
Yeah, no,
What if you made a
Go ahead.
What if you made a major purchase right before all this stuff went down, like, and you had no idea, like, say everything was sunshines and lollipops, and then boom, this happened.
Well, if you made that major purchase and now your income has been impacted, it's really critical that you're going to communicate with whoever you borrowed money from. So just about every major mortgage lender is allowing people to defer payments, but you have to ask for that. You don't get it automatically. Just about every major auto lender is allowing you to defer payments. So it just means you don't pay right now. They're just going to tack it onto the back of your loan. You're still accruing interest. Interest is still adding up, but you're going to have some additional time to pay. But again, you have to request that. You're not going to get that automatically.
And okay, and when you talk about deferring payments, like as far as preparation, let's say you are in a comfortable position right now, but none of us really know where this is headed. Like, should you take advantage of that anyway, or should you go ahead and pay as you usually would?
You know, a lot of people have been asking me that now, and this is what I'm telling people. If that's going to be your decision to do that, you need to have a plan for that money that you're not paying. So please don't go be irresponsible with it and go buy something, because the time may come when you get laid off. I think the thing that really concerns me the most, Head Crack, you just said it initially, we could be doing this longer than what we're planning. And so we need to have a little longer range view to say, hey, if we're doing this for several more months, possibly at a minimum, I need to be able to financially survive this. So you have a plan for that. If it doesn't take us that long, then you're cool. At least you still have a plan, though. So there's nothing wrong with taking advantage of it, but save that money, because I promise you, you might need it later.
Got you.
What do you say
Good morning.
about the people who have family, that their family is also leaning on them, even though like they might be doing okay right now, but you know, you got all this family reaching out for help.
And you know what concerns me about that right now is I think we're at the beginning of this and not the end. So we have to take advantage of the programs that are available, all the unemployment, all these opportunities for small businesses, because we have to get some income in. And also, people are going to have to, don't think about it downsizing your life. You're going to have to right-size your life right now. So
I like the terminology on that. Okay, cool. Well, we got one more call real quick. We got to squeeze in real quick. Good morning. You on with Jini Thornton?
I'm calling from Detroit, and I had a question about the unemployment. I was wondering, how long did you have to be on your job in order to receive it? Because I know they're not just giving it to anybody who just got a job.
Well, you know, it's funny. They've actually extended unemployment benefits for people who not qualify. So if you normally just started a job and you hadn't worked there long enough, you wouldn't qualify. Those people are actually going to qualify now. I also read, say, for example, you were just getting ready to get hired at a job, but now you can't even start because of the virus. Those people also will be entitled to unemployment benefits too.
Wow.
So we have to maximize. Now, you're going to have to be patient, because you think about how busy unemployment is. You know, they're delaying payments across the country. Please use the state's websites to apply if you can. You don't want to go in person if you don't have to. But you're going to have to be extra patient. And it's even being extended longer, because that extra $600 per week from the federal government in unemployment, that's supposed to be for 12 weeks. So we got to get that money.
We got to get it together.
Be patient.
Well, Ms. Jini, thank you so much for giving us your time and energy. And our prayers go to you and your family. And may everybody listening to the show, we all get through this and come out better, wiser, and stronger because of it.
Jini, we love you.
We are a culture of a lot of excess, and sometimes you do got to tighten the screws a little bit just to know that, hey, you don't need the excess, you just need the basics. You know what I mean? So thank you so much, Miss Jini. People want to follow you. Where do they go?
Go to Jini Thornton, JiniThornton. Talk to you guys.
We are the Morning Hustle.